Okay, we are going to go on in our note packet. We are on 3.5, which is writing and graphing equations of line. Slope formula is right here. Slope-intercept right here. Point-slope form is right here. So we'll talk about all those. Okay, so writing an equation with the given slope m and y-intercept b, we're going to write it into slope-intercept form. So all we do is take out the m and the b and put in the number. So that one would just be y equals 2x plus 3. Same thing here, y equals x minus 1. You can put the 1 in front of this x for the slope, but you don't have to have it because it's the invisible 1 that's already there. And then y equals 1/2 x. You can put plus 0, but since there is nothing there, we already know that that is a y-intercept of 0. Okay, number 4, we need two things. We need the slope and we need the y-intercept. And I can get both of those off the graph typically. My y-intercept is right here at 0, 0. So you're looking for the y value of that point 0, 0. So the y value is 0. So your slope or your y-intercept is 0. Your slope, you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I run 1, 2, 3, 4 up is positive. So it's a positive 4. To the right is positive 4 also. We reduce that to a 1. So this is just y equals 1x plus 0. Typically, how you will see this equation is y equals x. Okay? This one is going down, so my slope should be a negative slope, so make sure that you have a negative slope when you do that. My y-intercept is right here at 0, 1, 2, 3. So the y value would be 3, so that's your y-intercept. My slope goes up 1, 2, so up 2, and backwards 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards is negative. Reduce that down, put the negative sign with your top number. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. It is not incorrect with the bottom number, but I will tell you if you're entering into Schoology or something else, it always needs to be with the top number. All right, number 6, same process. My slope and my y-intercept. My slope is up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. So 2/3. My y-intercept is the y value, so that's 2. So y equals 2/3 x plus 2. One more. Here's your y-intercept. That is at 0, 2, so it's a y-intercept of 2. The slope goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, backwards 1, 2. So up 6, backwards 2, reduces to a negative 3 slope. So y equals negative 3x plus 2. Alrighty. Okay. Write an equation for the line that passes through P and is parallel to the line given. So, if lines are parallel, that means they have the same slope. So I'm going to use that information. Here's the line that it is parallel to. So the slope of this line is negative 1/2. So that means the slope of my new line is negative 1/2 also. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put this in point-slope form, and then we're going to move it around to slope-intercept form. Point-slope form was that y minus y equals m parentheses x minus x, where you put a number in for your y value, you put a number in for your m, and you put a number in for this x value. And that the number for the y and the x come from this point, and then that's your slope. So it'd be y minus, and in this case it is 0, equals my slope of negative 1/2, parentheses x minus a negative 1/2. Two negatives make a positive. That negative negative would make that positive. So what you're going to do then is you're going to start moving this around to get it into y equals mx plus b form, like what we had above. So we essentially want the y by itself on the left side, the x term, and then my y-intercept. Well, the y essentially is by itself on the left side because minus 0 we don't need. You're going to distribute, so you get negative 1/2 x minus negative 1/2 times negative 1/2, or times positive 1/2 is a negative. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. And there it is in the correct form. All right. So again, parallel to this guy, so your new slope is 4. Put in point slope form, so y minus 9 equals my slope of 4, parentheses x minus 3. I'm going to distribute, so I get y minus 9 equals 4x minus 12. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. Y equals 4x minus 3. Go ahead and pause me. Try the next one on your own. Unpause me when you're done to see if you are correct. Same slope, so my slope here would be -2 still. Y minus a -4, so two negatives make a positive, equals my slope of -2, parentheses x minus a -5, two negatives make a positive. So this is really y plus 4 equals, distribute, -2x minus 10. I'm going to subtract 4, y equals -2x minus 14. All right. Next page. Similar to the last, but now we're doing perpendicular. So perpendicular slopes are opposite and reciprocals. Okay? So opposite of a positive 1/2 would be a negative 1/2, but then we want the reciprocal. So if I take 1/2 and I flip it, it becomes 2/1 or -2. Now I'm going to put it into point slope form like I did before. So y minus 20 equals my slope, -2, parentheses x minus 5. Start solving this. So I'm going to distribute. Y minus 20 equals -2x plus 10. Add 20, so y equals -2x plus 30. And then I should be able to tell you my slope is -2, my y-intercept is 30. Okay, I want you to pause me, try 12 and 13 on your own, unpause me when you're done. So number 12, I'm going to find the opposite reciprocal of that because it is perpendicular. Opposite of negative is a positive, reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. So it would be y minus 5, so using the point for the point slope form equals 3 parentheses x minus 4. Y minus 5 equals 3x minus 12. Add 5, y equals 3x minus 7, because -12 plus 5 is 7. Next one. Ooh, okay, so this one's tricky. A y equals 4 means that 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a horizontal line here at 4. Perpendicular to that would be a vertical line, which is just x equals. So it's an x equals line. So we're going to take away all this stuff over here we did because this is just something completely different. What you're looking for to create this equation is what x actually equals at this point. And x actually equals 3 at that point, so it's just an x equals 3 equation. And that's all it is. Okay, next. All we're doing is graphing these equations, so we want to get them in a slope-intercept form so that we can find the slope-intercept and graph them. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides. So I get y equals 2x minus 1. So my y-intercept is down here at -2. My slope is up 2/1, up 2/1. You're going to take some sort of straight edge that you have, connect those points, and you're going to draw the line throughout the entire graph. And there we go. Next one, get y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 6. I get y equals -3. I'm going to go to where y does equal -3, which is right here. But y also equals -3 here, and -3 here, and -3 here. And that's how I know that it's a horizontal line. So it's just this line right here. Connect throughout the entire graph and put arrows on. 16, you're going to distribute, so I get 2x minus 2 equals -y. I'm going to add y to this side, so it becomes positive. I'm going to subtract 2x to move it to the other side, so it's -2x. I'm going to add this 2 to get positive 2. So if you're flipping everything around, when you flip everything around, you're essentially just flipping its signs also. My y-intercept is right here at 2. My slope tells me to go down 2/1. Remember, slope is a rise over run. So if you don't see that run number, it's always over 1. Down 2/1. I'm going to connect these points. Throughout the entire graph. And there we go. Here, I'm going to start moving stuff, so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. 2y equals 2x plus 4. I'm going to divide by 2 everywhere. So I get y equals x plus 2. My y-intercept is right here at 2. My slope is 1, the the invisible 1 in front of the x, which means up 1/1, up 1/1, or down 1, backwards 1. Connect. arrows, and arrows. All righty. So what I want for you to do right now is the first thing that you are going to do is, if there's a Schoology assignment after that, you are going to work on that. And then you are also going to work on this in your supplemental packet. Okay? This should be all good to go, except for we're going to talk real quick about like 13 and 14, standard form. Standard form is AX plus BY equals C, but A cannot be no negative and no fraction. So I'm going to do 14. So essentially you're moving your x's and your y's to the left-hand side, numbers to the right. So I'm going to add 9/5 x to both sides. So I get 9/5 x plus y equals 3. Well, A cannot be negative, and it's not negative. If it were negative, I'd multiply the whole thing by -1 to flip its side. But it also can't be a fraction, so I'm going to multiply this whole thing by a 5, its denominator, because that will get rid of this fraction. But I can't just multiply it to the x value, I have to multiply it to everything. So 5 times 9 is 45. 45 divided by 5 is 9, so I get 9x. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 3 is 15. So you're going to have that as your answer. There's going to be a Schoology assignment where I'm going to ask for you to input some of your answers from here into that. You should be able to finish the rest of these questions from your knowledge of lines that we've already done. So again, this is one of your Schoology assignments for after this. So you're going to do this assignment, and then you're going to enter certain answers into Schoology to go along with those. All right, thanks guys.